One thing that you should consider is return on investment with an easy rig crane. Some people say, "Oh, that crane, it looks like an engine hoist and probably shouldn't be worth more than $3,000 or $4,000." Well, an engine hoist won't lift 2,000 pounds,
19 feet in the air.
It won't lift 800 pounds straight out over something else and put it exactly where you want it. It takes an easy rig crane to be able to do that. As a steel contractor and a contractor for 40 years, steel contractor for many of those years, I can tell you for certain that we've had many incidents where we've lifted materials and supplies back into hard to get places in industrial settings that could have been done much easier, much safer, much more cost effectively with an easy rig crane. And if a job is worth, let's say a construction project's worth $100,000 to the customer, and that includes constructing whatever it is that they want constructed. An easy rig crane costs around $10,000. If you allow on that $100,000 job the equipment to lift the material for that hard to lift position only, just that alone, if you allow $3,500 for that, 3 uses of the crane, and the crane's paid for. And the crane's life expectancy is well beyond that. If it's well taken care of, it's welded steel, it's not going to fail. The only moving parts are the electric hoist, pulleys, casters, those kind of things, and they're replaced at a relatively small cost. The life expectancy of those is easily 5 years if it's used regularly all the time. If it's used intermittently and it's cared for during the times that it's not used, they'll last even longer than that. So once you've used the crane 3 times, say you use it 3 times in a year, then every time you take it out and use it after that, you've really got no cost for it. If you use the financing opportunity that we have available, you can pay for it in the first year, write off the cost of the crane, and then just expense off the lease payments as you go forward. And the tax savings is, it's not huge, but it's pretty significant. And you'd want to consider that with your accountant if you're interested in purchasing a crane.